short. A flawed foundation built without support. I calculate the angles of the void. A perfect structure cleverly destroyed. The shifting axis tilts the geometry, unraveling the planned trajectory. I find the weakness in the coded link, a catastrophic moment on the brink. I am the witness to the architect's error, a fractured vision in a state of error. The cathedral crumbles under pure logic's weight. I cannot reverse this unyielding fate. The end guide sees death on the final rail, or revolution of flatless, complex, grand solution. The resonance is shattering the glass. The moment of conversion will not pass. I calibrate the data, finding none. This complicated reckoning has begun. The mechanism locks against the flow, a consequence that only I can know. I see the timeline folding back on itself, a paradox left sitting on the shelf. I am the witness to the architect's error, a fractured vision in a state of terror. The cathedral crumbles under pure logic's weight. I cannot reverse this unyielding fate. The end guide sees dead, a divine illusion of flatless, complex, grand solution. The counterforce is useless, now inert. This fragile system simply can't be hurt. I only process what the data shows, where the current starts and where the cycle goes. A final measure of the cost we paid. A perfect structure ultimately unmade. the pathway that has no true end. I wear the leather, scarred by wind and time, to find the wisdom of a frozen climb. I carried questions heavy as the shield about the harvest that the cold earth yielded. The iron lords, remember we done heart the call beneath the barren winter sun. Ancient might, I seek the fire hidden in the stone to claim the spirit that is all my own. The sky is open but the ground is frozen. Only the north wind truly knows. We crossed the valley where the river slept, the silent vigil that the ancestors kept. I saw the raven perched upon the pine, a single signal desolate and fine. I struck the flint against the granite face to find a moment in this timeless space. The fire took hold, defiant in the snow, a simple magic that begins to grow. The iron words, remember all we've done. Heart the cold beneath the barren winter sun. Ancient might, I seek the fire hidden in the stone to claim the spirit that is all my own. The sky is open but the ground is frozen. Only the north wind truly knows. I am the voice of the mountain deep and low. I am the path where the cold rivers flow. I am the watcher born of earth and flame. I will remember my own given name. The iron words, remember all we've done. Heart the cold beneath the barren winter sun. Ancient might, I seek the fire hidden in the stone to claim the spirit that is all my own. The sky is open but the ground is frozen. Only the north wind truly knows. The static hum is my only friend, a broken wire until the bitter end. I trace the lines upon the frosted pane, just another day caught in the concrete rain. I haven't slept since the clock hit 3. Another ghost staring back at me. It takes control, makes me completely whole. Don't look at me, I'm just a picture fading in the wall. Oh, talk to me, I just wanna watch the whole thing fall. I'm caught inside this slow decay. Just watch me drift away. There's not much left of what I used to be, just rust and hollow density. I keep my hands shoved deep inside my pockets, watching satellites turn into rockets. The light outside is sickly and pale green, a terrible forgotten quiet scene. A terrible forgotten quiet scene. The silence here is loud enough to choke on every single quiet word I spoke. The floorboards creak beneath my useless weight, just waiting for the signal, waiting for the gate. I feel the gravity pulling at my soul. It takes control, makes me completely whole. Don't look at me, I'm just a picture fading in the wall. Don't talk to me, I just wanna watch the whole thing fall. I'm caught inside this slow decay. Just watch me drift away. I just wait for the drop, wait for the current to stop. It's heavy now, so heavy now. No way out, no way out. Watch me! I just wanna watch the whole thing fall. Just slow decay. Just watch me drift away. The memory sleeps beneath the frozen ground, a silent cold place where no truth is found. I trace the map of lines upon your head, a foreign country that I couldn't understand. The evening settles heavy and profound. I search for balance, but I only drown. I pull the curtains, shut away the light, to keep the promise hidden from the night. I stand alone. done yet. I see the remnants of the life we shared. A careful silence for the souls who care. They talk of moving, talk of letting go, but there are moments that refuse to slow. I read the pages written in the dust, the slow corrosion of a broken trust. I watch the fire burning down to embers and count the pieces that the heart remembers. I stand alone where the river turns to stone. I built a castle and I watched it overthrow. And I won't let this heart forget your name. Just a shadow dancing in the pouring rain. I paid the price for choices I regret. This debt is heavy, and it's not done yet. There is a limit to the way I bend. This is the moment where the waiting ends. I claim the spirit lost inside the fear. I make the promise that I'll start right here. I stand alone where the river turns to stone. I built a castle and I watched it overthrow. And I won't let this heart forget your name. Just a shadow dancing in the pouring rain. I paid the price for choices I regret. This debt is heavy, and it's not done yet. Oh yeah, oh yeah. I watch the walls blur into gray again. I keep the secret from the light and men. The air is cold inside this heavy room, waiting for silence, waiting for the doom. I hold the message that I cannot send. This is the fracture that refuses to mend. I try to build a shelter from the shock, but now the foundation feels like shifting rock. The promise faded, turning into dust. This heavy hammer strikes only what I trust. You left the window open to the stars, and now there's nothing here to keep me warm. I'm standing where the sun won't die. The truth reflected in your empty eyes. I cannot crawl back to the start. This is the tearing of the heart. Now the foundation feels like shifting rock. The promise faded, turning into dust. This heavy hammer strikes only what I trust. You left the window open to the storm, and now there's nothing here to keep me warm. I'm standing where the signal dies. That truth reflected in your empty eyes. I cannot crawl back to the start. This is a tearing of the heart. The damage done, a landscape cold and vast. I have to make this moment finally last. I swear I'll find a way to break the storm. I will not take this poison to my grave. The life you choose is nothing left to save. I let the current take you to the floor. I don't want it anymore. You left the window open to the storm. And now there's nothing here to keep me warm. I'm standing where the signal dies. The truth reflected in your empty eyes. I cannot crawl back to the start. This is a tearing of the heart. The ceiling fan is moving slow and loud. Just another shadow in this lonely crowd. I watch the dust settle upon the glass. I feel the fragile moments quickly pass. The air is thick with smoke and muted gray. I didn't notice when the light went away. I lost the key that opens up the lock, just listening to the ticking of the clock. The picture's not right at the edge now, and I can't remember how to bow. I'm just a number on a fading list, but a consequence that no one ever missed. I don't belong here. I just stand and wait outside the door of an unopened gate. The basement window shows the dirty sky. I never cared enough to wonder why. I wear the same shirt for another day. I let the damage simply start to stay. The television whispers something low, a meaning lost 100 years ago. I pick a name out of the telephone book and wonder what a different life would look. The picture's not right at the edges now, and I can't remember how to bow. I'm just a number on a fading list, and a consequence that no one ever missed. I don't belong here. I just stand and wait outside the door of an unopened gate. I know this feeling well, I know it's cheap. It's just the promise that I couldn't keep. I wish you'd leave me alone. This room is cold and made of solid stone. The picture's metal right at the edges now. I cannot remember how to bow. I'm just a number on a fading list, a consequence that no one ever missed. I ain't alone here, I just stand and wait outside the door of an new pain and gate. With the taste of rust, another day grinding down to dust. I watch the hands bleed, clock face, shatter torn. Since that cold moment the light was born. A bitter seed now rooted in my soul. It takes its toll, a fire out of control. This hollow space, it feeds upon the fear. I built a wall, now I cannot see clear. The promise broke, the future turned to ash. This constant pressure is going to crash. Pull me out of this goddamn phrase. I'm choking on the memory. They phantom cripple in my spirit rest, just to die and beat inside my empty chest. I swallow down the venom of the past. This suffocation's built to last. This suffocation's built to last. The shadows lengthen, stretching on the floor. I hear the echo knocking at the door. They try to tell me, just let the damage go, but they don't witness the pain that starts to grow. I clench my fists until the knuckles white and strain. I welcome back the furious endless rain. I seek a moment where the silence finally cracks, retracing all those broken, twisted tracks. lights are muted, hiding what they know. A careful silence where the shadows grow. I trace the lines the rain left on the glass. I can't believe how quickly time can pass. I built this fortress only to contain the constant pressure of the coming rain. The truth is heavy, settling in the floor. I won't pretend I can't ignore it more. This is the last stand for the heart we broke. I am the fire choking on the smoke. My Columbia Bay is bare and cold. A price too high for a story to be sold. I cut the thread that held me to your side. There's nowhere left for you to run and hide. The mirror shows a face I barely know. The consequence of letting feelings go. I try to raise it with a frantic mind. Rush out of the better part of me behind. I walk the wreckage of the promises made. A lonely vigil in the sunless shade. This is the last stand for the heart we broke. I am the fire choking on the smoke. My collector pie is bare and cold. A price too high for a story to be sold. I cut the thread that held me to your side. There's nowhere left for you to run and hide. I am the fracture. I am the shattered glass. I am the moment that will never pass. I'm not your savior, I'm your consequence. I am the proof of your innocence. This is the last stand for the heart we broke. I am the fire choking on the smoke. My Colento Bay is bare and cold. A price too high for a story to be sold. I cut the thread that held me to your side. There's nowhere left for you to run and hide. The anchor's slipping, pulling under fast. I watch the future turning to the past. I built the framework just to watch it bend. This heavy silence that refuses to end. A false horizon shining in the void of the fragile structure destroyed. I took the wreckage and I made it mine. A monument to a discarded time. Yeah. Beside the edge of what we knew, a silent testament to me and you. The memory flickers, fragile and so thin. I cannot let this hollow feeling win. The distance grows with distance in the mind. A bitter burden that I leave behind. The gravity is pulling me below. I see the seeds of our destruction grow. The walls are closing, sealing off the light. I must escape this terrifying night. This is the last time I'll look back at you. The lies we saw, I'm just an echo chamber ghost. I sacrifice the things I'll share into more. I shatter glass to feel the honest pain. I can't retrieve what I couldn't sustain. I search for proof inside the falling snow, a fading signal that refuses to go. I try to speak, but the words turn into dust. I lost the faith inside this broken trust. I let the current take me far away to find a future where I want to stay. The gravity is pulling me below. I see the seeds of our destruction grow. The walls are closing, sealing off the light. I must escape this terrifying night. This is the last time I'll look back at you. The lies we tell, I'm just an echo chamber ghost. I sacrifice the things I meant the most. I shatter glass to feel the honest pain. I can't retrieve what I couldn't sustain. The damage done is measured by the soul. I have to find a way to make me whole. I cut the ties, I sever the device. The final curtain drop across the floor. I cannot search this emptiness for more. The signal's broken, tangled in the wire. A dead transmission fueled by fading fire. I find the fracture where the light got choked. Another promise that was never spoke. The memory flashes sharp and cold and deep. A heavy burden that I chose to carry. ghost in the retrieve, a sacrifice for all the tears I have spilled. I'm running silent on this broken bed, living another white walking dead. I'll take the way of the white I cannot change. To break the walls of this familiar cage. The streetlights bleed a yellow fading glow, a lonely echo of a long ago. I walk the pavement where the time stood still, ignoring shadows that obey my will. The air is heavy with the scent of rain, washing away the memory of pain. I look behind me, just a dusty trace, a silent question hanging in this space. I hear the rhythm of a distant drum, hoping a better future will become the fragile whisper of a coming change. It pulls me out of this familiar range. I held the moment in my shaking hands, a castle built on sheets and broken sands. High, the fire still burns for you, and though the story changed, the ending stays the same. I call your name against the pouring flame. We left the pieces scattered in the dark, a solemn promise missing its true mark. The winter air has settled deep and low. I see the faces of the ones I know. They talk of healing, talk of moving on, but half my spirit knows where it belongs. I find a photograph beneath the floor and realize I can't go back for more. I search for meaning in the passing cloud, but silence echoes back incredibly loud. I hear the rhythm of a distant drum, hoping a better future will become the fragile whisper of a coming change. It pulls me out of this familiar range. I held the moment in my shaking hands, a castle built on shifts and broken sands. High, the fire still burns for you, and though the story changed, the ending stays the same. I call your name against the pouring flame. We left the pieces scattered in the dark, a solemn promise missing its true mark. I close my eyes and let the vision fade. The choice was chosen and the price was paid. There is no rescue from the path I tread, just lonely voices living in my head. I held the moment in my shaking hands, a castle built on shifting broken sands. High, the fire still burns for you, and though the story changed, the ending stays the same. I call your name against the pouring flame.
promise missing its true mark.
I saw your coat tripped over somebody's chair, like you had suddenly decided to not care. This whole dumb scene is playing out exactly how I wrote the lyrics back in high school. Wow, you said we needed space to figure things out right, but space apparently means here on Friday night. I should feel something deep and dark and cold, but honestly I just feel kind of old. I'm making a mess of the exit plan we made. I should be hurting, I should be afraid, but it's last call at the coming, what's the point? I'm spending all my cash on a broken joint. I'll raise a glass to all the things we dread, 'cause I'm too awkward to feel bad instead. You're laughing louder than you ever laughed with me. Are those new sneakers? Seriously, I try to signal to the bartender guy that I need refuge before I start to cry. The band is playing something fast and loud and wrong, just like the writing in the stupid song. I thought this breakup would have style and grace. Instead I'm stuck here staring at your face. I'm making a mess of the exit plan we made. I should be hurting, I should be afraid, but it's last call at the coming, what's the point? I'm spending all my cash on a broken joint. I'll raise a glass to all the things we dread, 'cause I'm too awkward to feel bad instead. I guess the lesson here is crystal clear. I wasted 3 good, anxious, wasted years, and I won't chase you out into the street. This whole damn ending is just incomplete. I'm making a mess of the exit plan we made. I should be hurting, I should be afraid, but it's last call at the coming, what's the point? I'm spending all my cash on a broken joint. I'll raise a glass to all the things we dread, 'cause I'm too awkward to feel bad instead.
Is built on sticky tape. Another Tuesday I just can't escape. I woke up late, the coffee tasted dirt. My shoes are soaked and nothing ever works. The TV flickers, spitting out the news. They tell me lies, they tell me what to choose. The clock is yelling, get out, move your feet. I'm eating dust right here on Main Street. Zero time, yeah, I got nothing planned. A wrecking ball in my shaking hand. I'm living in the red, I'm running thin. I hate the games I'm forced to play to win. Again, the same old worn out track. I'm running forward, but I'm looking back. They built a system made of concrete walls. They watch me trip, they wait until I fall. They talk of progress, talk of bright new days, but I just see the dull, expensive haze. I lost my keys, I lost my temper too. What is this garbage that they want me to do? I bite my tongue until it starts to bleed. I am a flower choked out by the weed. Zero time, yeah, I got nothing planned. A wrecking ball in my shaking hand. I'm living in the red, I'm running thin. I hate the games I'm forced to play to win. Again, the same old worn out track. I'm running forward, but I'm looking back. Put me in a little box. They try to tame me with the broken locks. I take the hammer smashing through the glass. Yeah, this is how we make the feeling last. Zero time, yeah, I got nothing planned. A wrecking ball in my shaking hand. I'm living in the red, I'm running thin. I hate the games I'm forced to play to win. Again, the same old worn out track. I'm running forward, but I'm looking back. Hey! Living in the red, I hate it. Hate it. Go! Driving the distance through the fading days. The radio is screaming out of tune, but nothing shines beneath this empty moon. I pass the exit where we used to meet. The memory burns me bitter and complete. I roll the window down to clear my head. I hear the echo of the words we said. I swore I could outrun the rising tide. There's no dark place left for me to hide. The engine shakes, the asphalt disappears. It's been a long, cold run, a silent years. You tore a hole in the fence of my defense. I'm still paying for the consequence. I'm driving through these midnight highway lines, searching for a place where the sun still shines. Give me a sign that this feeling will be gone. I've been tracing ghosts since the day you moved on. The roadside diner serves a bitter brew. Just one more lonely hour to get through. I watch the faces moving past the glass. They don't remember all the time we passed. I check the mirrors, see the taillights fade. A costly promise that we nearly made. This leather jacket shields me from the wind, but can't protect the damage deep within. I swore I could outrun the rising tide, but there's no dark place left for me to hide. The engine shakes, the asphalt disappears. It's been a long, cold run of silent years. You tore a hole in the fence of my defense. I'm still paying for the consequence. I'm driving through these midnight highway lines, searching for a place where the sun still shines. Give me a sign that this feeling will be gone. I've been chasing ghosts since the day you moved on. I pull over to the shoulder of the road, unpack the weight of this impossible load. I scream your name into the rushing air. Does anybody know or even care? You tore a hole in the fence of my defense. I'm still paying for the consequence. I'm driving through these midnight highway lines, searching for a place where the sun still shines. Give me a sign that this feeling will be gone. I've been chasing ghosts since the day you moved on. The world is fading, bladed into night. A vacant picture with a missing light. I watch the fire climb the wooden frame. Nothing remains here, nothing but the shame. I trace the fracture where the promise broke. A bitter silence after all we spoke. The ground is crumbling beneath my feet. The only ending that I cannot bite. I feel the circuit overload the brain. I taste the static mixed with pouring rain. I am a prisoner inside this skin. The fight is over, where do I begin? Break this bending, I can't breathe the air. I'm caught inside this shadow trap, I swear. The walls are closing, I have lost the way. I will not surrender to this dark decay. I swallow down the venom of the past. This silent suffering is built to last. The final message burned upon the glass, a fleeting moment that refused to pass. I see the future measured out in fear, a
whisper that I cannot hear. I hold the wreckage, pressing it so tight, refusing comfort, clinging to the fight. I walk the distance to the open gate, a lonely victim sealed by cruel fate.
I feel the circuit overload the brain. I taste the static mixed with pouring rain.
I am a prisoner inside this skin. The fight is over, where do I begin? Break this bending, I can't breathe the break is bending, I can't breathe the air. I'm caught inside this shadow trap, I swear. The walls are closing, I have lost the way. I will not surrender to this dark decay. I swallow down the venom of the past. This silent suffering is built to last. I face the horror that I cannot name. I feed the fire with the fading flame. I am the anchor, I am the breaking chain. I will not let this memory remain. Break this bending, I can't breathe the air. I'm caught inside this shadow trap, I swear. The walls are closing, I have lost the way. I will not surrender to this dark decay. I swallow down the venom of the past. This silent suffering is built to last.
The temperature is fixed at 0 point. A constant pressure that cannot disjoin. I check the readout, all the lights are red. 1,000 warnings cycling in my head. The wire burns where the connection fails. Ignoring logic, tearing at the rails. I see the future measured out in code. A heavy payload on a broken road.
Submit, resist, this is the terminal state. No ember, accepted only fate. The south code turns, the grid is overloaded. The core is cold, the protocol exploded. No response, no say, no release. Since some failure, welcome to the peace.
The metal screen displays a blank white glare. A silent program floating in the air. I monitor the tremor deep inside. There is no place for feeling left to hide.
The air vents rattle with a broken beat, collecting residue beneath my feet.
I am the watcher waiting for the change. Stuck in this predictable frozen range.
Submit, resist, this is the terminal state. No impact, accepted only fate. The south code turns, the grid is overloaded. The core is cold, the protocol exploded. No response, no sand, no release.
accept and only fate. The south pole turns, the grid is overloaded. The core is cold, the protocol exploded. No response, no signal, no release. System failure, welcome to the peace.
The light I followed has all but died. A silent vessel riding on the tide. I count